Welcome back, Cruise News family. Jerry's away on assignment, and I've got some sad news to report today. So everyone by now has probably seen the recent video of an unruly cruise passenger aboard Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas. Well, this story has taken a turn for the worse, with the passenger actually passing away while being held in the brigs. If you didn't know, every cruise ship has a brig that is essentially a jail cell for unruly passengers. Now in this video, we are going to discuss what happened and could this have been avoided. Cruise News, let's go. So a recent incident has sparked discussions about passenger safety and behavior on cruise ships. Now this tragic event involved a 35-year-old man named Michael Virgil, who passed away hours after being subdued and detained following an aggressive outburst while aboard Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas. The situation is under investigation by the FBI and leaves behind many questions about the circumstances leading up to the event and whether these cruises are becoming more dangerous. Here is the video showing the incident as it unfolded, along with news commentary and an eyewitness account.
A cruise ship passenger who was reportedly drunk and unruly on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship has died. Fox 11's Haley Winslow, who broke this story originally, is live for us again tonight, new at 6. Haley.
Yeah, Alex, I spoke to a family member of the man who died on the cruise ship. He was aboard with his little son and his wife, some other family members. They say his enraged behavior was completely uncharacteristic of him, that he's a very nice person, and they're trying to get to the bottom of exactly what happened, but they're absolutely devastated, as is the man we introduced you to yesterday, who videotaped the incident.
I just want to give my condolences to the family, and I'm really sorry. Nobody deserves to die, especially like that.
Shocked and saddened, Christopher McHale says he's heartbroken. No! To learn an unruly cruise ship passenger has died. The coroner's office confirms 35-year-old Michael Virgil died aboard Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas.
May he rest in peace. He just needed some help.
It was supposed to be a fun cruise to Mexico, water slides, hot tubs, even an escape room on board. But an hour after departing the port out of San Pedro, McHale says Virgil got off the elevator on the wrong floor and started making threats, screaming profanity and racial slurs.
The gentleman that was drunk said that he was going to kill us, and then he started chasing us down the hallway. The crew member that I was running with was able to lock himself in one of the towel rooms.
McHale says Virgil injured 2 crew members and then captured video of him trying to get to that crew member by kicking the door to the towel room with his steel-toed boots.
And he was asking for God to forgive him. So, I mean, I forgive him. You know, I'm not God, but I forgive him. It's alcohol. No, just relax. I swear to God.
Shirtless and exhausted, Virgil is surrounded by security. McHale says they used bear or pepper spray, towels, zip ties, and eventually handcuffs to detain Virgil. But one of his family members says security injected Virgil with some sort of sedative, and within an hour, he died. The family member says Virgil's enraged behavior is completely uncharacteristic of him, and that he was a good man who leaves behind a wife and 7-year-old son also aboard the cruise.
I'm very sorry for what you guys are going through, and if you guys need anything, please reach out. God bless you guys.
The Royal Caribbean Group sent us this statement. We are saddened by the passing of one of our guests. We offered support to the family and are working with authorities on their investigation. And I did talk to the FBI many times today. They are looking at this with a fine-tooth comb.
The tragic death of Mr. Virgil has brought renewed attention to safety and security protocols aboard cruise ships. As this incident unfolds, questions arise about the pressures of cruising, the status of current safety measures, and whether the industry needs to adapt new ideas to ensure such events are avoided in the future. While cruise ships are generally regarded as safe, incidents like this do challenge that perception and spark a deeper examination of onboard security. So, first things first, let's talk about the incident and what really happened. Shortly after departing Los Angeles on December the 13th, 2024 on a 3-night sailing to Ensenada, Mexico, Virgil was involved in a violent outburst that was captured on video by fellow passenger Christopher McHale. The footage shows Virgil kicking doors, shouting profanities, and physically assaulting cruise members. Security personnel swiftly intervened using pepper spray, zip ties, and handcuffs to restrain him before placing him in the ship's brig. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Hours later, Virgil passed away, and family members now are alleging that he had been injected with a sedative, though this has yet to be confirmed. The FBI is investigating the incident and conducting interviews with passengers, crew members, and other witnesses to determine the exact cause of death and whether the security response adhered to proper protocols. Royal Caribbean has come out and issued a statement expressing condolences to Virgil's family and confirmed their cooperation with authorities. A spokesperson says, "We are saddened by the passing of one of our guests. We offered support to the family and are now working with authorities on their investigation." End quote. This tragic turn of events has left many questions unanswered. Family members noted that Virgil's behavior was very uncharacteristic, leading to speculations about underlying health issues, substance use, or other contributing factors. So that brings us to the question, are cruises becoming more dangerous? Well, incidents involving unruly behavior, medical emergencies, or even fatalities on cruise ships are rare, but they do happen. Now, as ships grow larger and carry more passengers, the perception of risk increases. Are cruises inherently less safe, or are these incidents an unavoidable byproduct of hosting thousands of people in very confined spaces? Well, incidents are rare, but they are growing in visibility. Despite the media attention surrounding cases like Virgil's, cruise ships remain one of the safest modes of travel. However, due to high-profile incidents, this can create the impression that these events are more common than they are. For instance, in September 2024, a 12-year-old boy tragically fell from a balcony aboard Harmony of the Seas. In February 2023, a suspicious death occurred aboard Carnival's Carnival Sunshine during a voyage to the Bahamas. In July 2024, a brawl involving multiple passengers broke out aboard Carnival Glory, reportedly fueled by excessive alcohol consumption. Security intervened to detain those involved, and the incident was widely shared on social media. Now, in March 2024, a passenger aboard the Norwegian Breakaway was forcibly removed after verbally assaulting crew members and refusing to comply with safety regulations during a muster drill. Such tragedies and disturbances are statistically rare, but they do highlight the potential risks associated with cruising. As cruise lines expand their offerings and operate increasingly larger vessels, maintaining safety protocols do become a more complex challenge. So access to alcohol is often cited as a factor in onboard incidents. While bartenders are trained to monitor consumption and cut off service to visibly intoxicated passengers, the combination of alcohol, close quarters, and vacation-induced excitement can lead to conflicts or erratic behavior. Now, in Virgil's case, family members reported that this type of behavior was out of his character. So this raises the possibility of a medical condition or substance use unrelated to alcohol. But toxicology reports and investigative findings will be crucial into understanding what led to his actions. Here's the unique nature of cruise ships. So cruise ships do operate in international waters, and this creates challenges during investigations. The FBI's involvement into Virgil's case underscores the complexities of law enforcement and order in such an environment. Security personnel are tasked with managing incidents with limited resources, and this is often far from land-based support. While protocols are in place and do exist to handle emergencies, unruly passengers in situations like this do raise questions about whether current measures are sufficient. Could there be better training, an alternative restraint method, or earlier interventions that could have prevented this tragedy? So let's ask the question, how did this happen? Well, Michael Virgil's behavior has been described as uncharacteristic, leaving investigators and family members searching for answers. Now, these are the key questions that they should include. Could there have been a pre-existing health issue or stress of the travel that could have contributed to his outburst? What about the medical and security coordination? One has to ask, were the appropriate medical and security protocols even followed? And did they include such alleged sedation? And did it play a role in his death? And what about the environmental triggers? Did the cruise environment, including the possible alcohol consumption or other onboard factors, amplify an underlying issue? These unanswered questions highlight the need for comprehensive investigations to determine the root cause of such incidents and identify the areas for improvement. And what about the enhanced security measures? Is there a de-escalation training? I would assume so. But do security teams receive advanced training to handle aggressive passengers with minimum force? And what about surveillance and monitoring? Everyone knows that cruise ships are just covered in security cameras. How do you improve on the use of technology such as real-time monitoring and behavioral analytics that could help identify potential risks before they even escalate? Should there be better mental health resources on board? Is there an onboard support team that provides access to counselors or mental health professionals that could help passengers who are experiencing distress? And how do we improve medical oversight? What about stronger collaboration between medical staff and security personnel that ensures passengers are treated safely and humanely? How do we ensure passengers understand that these measures taken during emergencies, including the use of sedatives, even build trust and accountability? Should there be a responsible behavior from the passengers? I would think so. And should there be campaigns to help educate crew members on how to educate passengers on alcohol consumption and the acceptable conduct and the consequences of unruly actions that could help foster a safer onboard environment? So with all that being said, these are my final thoughts. How do we balance fun and safety? Well, the tragic death of Michael Virgil aboard Navigator of the Seas is a sobering reminder of the challenges that all cruise lines face in maintaining a safe and enjoyable environment. While these incidents like this are rare, they do highlight areas where vigilance, training, and passenger accountability are critical. Listen, cruises remain as one of the safest ways to travel. They offer millions of passengers the chance to explore the world in comfort. However, as the industry grows, so too must its commitment to safety and well-being. Learning from incidents like Virgil's can pave the way for better protocols and enhanced passenger experiences, while ensuring future vacations are as safe as they are memorable. Now listen, our thoughts remain with Virgil's family and friends during this difficult time. This is a tragic event that should have never happened. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you'd like to stay up to date with the latest cruise news, comings and goings, make sure you watch this video, because you'll be glad you did. Cruise News, I'm out.